I built my physique by working out twice a week on minimalist training routines. In this video, I'm going to show you the 4 keys to building a great physique while being as efficient as possible with your gym time. The first key to building a great physique while spending minimal time in the gym is to focus on compound exercises. Compound exercises are exercises that work multiple joints and muscle groups. Examples include squats, deadlifts, bench presses, overhead presses, weighted chin-ups, rows, and dips. The reason why you want to focus on compound exercises when your goal is to be as efficient as possible is because compound exercises work an enormous amount of muscle in your body. If you were to focus on isolation exercises like they do in the bodybuilding world, you would need a tremendous amount of isolation exercises in order to cover your entire physique. Some people might look at squats and leg extensions and think that the leg extensions are working the quads just as hard as squats. But what most people don't see is the fact that the squat is a full body exercise that works way more musculature than just the quads. By focusing on the most bang for your buck exercises, you can invest minimal time into the gym while still effectively growing your entire body. If you want to build your dream physique with minimal time commitment, click below to pick up my free minimalist muscle building masterclass. It's the first link in my description. The next and most important key to achieving gains with minimal time investment is to train with a high intensity. When your training intensity is high, you only need a small quantity of volume to build a lot of muscle. Intensity can largely replace volume in that the harder you train, the less volume you need to build muscle. As Arthur Jones, the pioneer of high intensity training, once said, you can either train long or you can train hard, but you cannot do both. And this is because of the trade-off between volume and intensity. So I remember when I was getting into training, I was following mainstream bodybuilding routines that had me in the gym 4 to 6 times a week, and eventually it wasn't making sense from a lifestyle standpoint. I was spending too much time in the gym, not having enough time for other areas of my life. And so I reduced the amount of time I was spending in the gym. And as opposed to working out 5 to 6 times a week, I started working out 2 to 3 times per week and following a very low volume training approach. And what I realized was that I was able to tap into this level of intensity and this focus that I was never able to tap into when I was training a lot. And that's when I realized that there's this huge trade-off between volume, the amount of training you do, and intensity, which is how hard you train. And so if you're going to do a lot of volume, you can't train as hard. If you're going to train hard, you can't do as much volume. And this is where you want to be if you're someone who cares about maximizing your time efficiency in the gym. You want to train hard so that you don't have to train long. Training with high intensity means taking your sets close to failure. And training close to failure means pushing your sets to where you can no longer move the weight despite exerting maximal effort. To make low volume training work, you must train hard and make every single set count. You cannot go through the motions like most people do in the gym. You have to push your sets close to failure and squeeze out every single rep that you can do using good form on every set that you do. And this means leaving 0 reps left in reserve. And on some exercises where it's safe to do so, you should push your sets to failure. So now you're focusing on the most efficient exercises and you're training with a high intensity. This is a great start, but without this next piece of the equation, you will not gain any muscle. By training hard on the right exercises, you'll be creating tension, which is the primary driver of muscle growth. But tension is not enough to keep muscle growth coming. To keep muscle growth coming, you need to continue increasing tension levels over time. And the best way to do that is to increase the amount of weight you lift, which is the principle of progressive overload. Without consistent progressive overload, you won't see any muscle gains no matter what you do. Finally, you need an efficient way of organizing your training routine. This comes down to picking the right workout split. From my experience, the most effective and efficient workout split out there is full body twice a week. Full body twice a week is the only workout split that allows you to effectively train your entire body while working out just twice a week. If you want to learn more about the best twice a week workout splits, click right here to watch this video next. In this video, I show you the best way to structure a full body twice a week workout routine.